Hello friends, in this video I want to create a Terraform file that will provision an EC2 instance and also an S3 bucket in AWS. And one thing I want to do also is that I want Terraform, I'm going to create the file such that Terraform is going to generate um, a is going to generate a string or some string that can be used for the S3 bucket name. You know, when you're creating an S3 bucket, the name have to be globally unique. So maybe you might need to add some, some numbers, something to just make the name unique. So Terraform, I'm going to provision it such that configure the file such that Terraform will automatically generate some numbers or string that will be attached to the name of the S3 bucket. So now this Terraform documentation to provision, an AWS instance, right? So I'm going to use this resource block, right? I'm going to use this kind of like this format, this format, but in my own case, I'm going to just change this, and put my own AMI, right? So let's just go into it. Let's just get into it. Let me go to Cloud9. So it's Cloud9. So I'm currently on Cloud9. And the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a directory. So let me open a terminal. New terminal. So I'm going to, okay. So I'll say Terraform, poly Terraform is to S3. So I'll create that directory. And the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to go straight inside this directory. So cd this directory. So I'm inside this directory now. The next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to create the main.tf file, right? So touch main.tf file. So this is the file that I'm going to put the configuration to create those resources. So touch main.tf file. So now, let me come to the left. So in the left, you can see this is the directory. And inside this directory, I have the main.tf file. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to drag this main.tf file here, and I'm going to drag this terminal down. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, the first block I'm going to put will be the provider block, right? And the provider here is going to be AWS. So provider is going to be AWS. And the region I want to create the resource, I have to specify the region, and the region is Oregon. So US West 2. So this, yeah. So next, I'm going to create the resource block for the EC2 instance, right? So I have to specify, let me come down. I have to specify the type of the instance type. I have to specify the AMI ID, right? The AMI is, is kind of like what is used for to create the operating system and all that, right? So so let me just put resource, then I'll put AWS. In fact, let me just copy from here. Just instead of typing all this, just copy this part, and then I'll just edit it. So just to make it fast. So okay, so AWS, so I'll just put web server, and then for the AMI, I'm just going to change this. I'll come to the EC2. So let me come to EC2. Need to log in. Okay, already in. So I'll come to launch an instance. just want to get an AMI ID for Amazon Linux. So we'll get this, we'll get this one. Let's copy this. Then I'll use it. So I'll put, instead of this, I'll put paste. And then the instance type, I'm going to use T2 micro because that's free tier, right? So if you look at the free tier here, the free tier here is T2 micro. So that will not be charged. Then so AMI ID, instance type, what else again? So I'm going to put key name, and the reason is I'm putting this key name here is so that I will be able to connect to this instance remotely via SSH, right? So the key name is going to be new key here. So, and the reason why I'm using this particular key, I already created this key. So let me come back here. So if you look here, this key here, if you look at this key here, if you click here, you see new key pair. So I already created it. So if you don't have anyone, you can just click on create new key pair, and then you just use the name in your configuration. So I already created that new key pair. Then for the tag, I'm just going to put new instance instead of hello world. New instance, right, for the tags. So that's it. This is a resource block the for the EC2 instance. So the next one will be for the S3 bucket. But before I create that for the S3 bucket, I'm going to create the resource block that will generate the random string, right? So resource, so it's going to be provider of a random string, and you have buckets. So we want to use it for bucket suffix. Okay, so then the length of this random string is going to be, I just want 3, not something too much. Then special character, false. And then upper, I want it to also be false. I want the name of the bucket, everything to be lower case. So that's it. Then now I'm going to create the next resource will be the resource for the to create the bucket, right? So the resource will be AWS S3 underscore buckets. And just gonna put this one as just test. Just a test or something, just put something there. Then put the curly brackets, enter. Now I need to put the name of the buckets. So buckets equal to, so it's going to be a string, right? So I'm going to do interpolation. Yes, I'll say S3, then I'll do, to do interpolation, right? Then I'll do this $sign, then I'll do this curly braces. Then what I'll do is that this random string, right? Because random string, copy, paste. So random string dot, there's going to be dot, bucket suffix, copy and paste, then dot buckets, right, to get the name of the bucket. So the name of the bucket is going to be S3 dash, so it's going to be S3 dash something, right? So some random string that will be generated from this resource. So yeah, so that's it. Then so let me see. I think that should be everything. Let's just look at it again. Provider, the region, the resource for the instance, the tag, and the resource for the random string. the resource for the buckets. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do Terraform, just run Terraform init. So Terraform init, so initialize, so initializing the back end, initializing the provider login, plugins, so that was successful. Then I'm going to just do Terraform format, to just format my, okay, nothing. Okay, so there's the Terraform validate if there's any error. Mhm. Okay, configuration is valid. Everything looks good. Then Terraform plan. Terraform plan. So no changes. Your configuration matches the configuration. Okay. So then let's do Terraform. I think I need to be careful. I need to save this. So I've not saved this. So let me just save this. So if I save it now, I think that Terraform plan will change. So let me save this because I've done this before. So save. So now save. So if I change it, if I do it now, if I do Terraform plan, it's not going to bring this no changes. So okay, just the Terraform plan again. So it says inconsistent dependency log file. Okay. So the following dependency selection recorded in the log file are inconsistent with the current configuration. Okay. To make the initial dependency selection that will initialize the dependent, run Terraform init. Okay. Okay. So I think because I did not save it, so let's just do all this Terraform init again. Yeah, and then we should be good. So we run Terraform, that's the recommendation, run Terraform init. So we shall initialize, okay. And once this is done, then we'll do Terraform plan. So to just see what Terraform wants to create. It's initializing. Okay, so the error here is this I made a mistake. So um this should be result, not buckets. Result. Okay. And then one thing I also want to do is that I want to output the bucket name. So I'm going to put output output and want to output the bucket name. So the value will be just this AWS S3 copy dot tests, which is this test here, then dot buckets. Okay. So, okay. So I think everything should work fine now. Let me clear all this error. So let me save. So save, and then when you then have Terraform init, initialize, and then okay. The Terraform has successfully initialized, then Terraform plan. Okay, so this works now. So see, the plan is to add three resources, right? So and then let's just do terraform apply, apply, and it's just going to create the, it's going to create the resources. So yes, so it says enter a value. Do you want to perform this action? Yes. Okay. See that this is random string buckets creating the instance being created. So yeah, so this is the bucket name, right? So this is the bucket name. Maybe you need a bucket name for something, Yeah, you can just copy that there and use it. So now let's go to AWS to actually check if that is been created, the instance has been created. So yeah, so this is the instance. You see that new instance, that's the name. And let's check for the S3 to see if the bucket was created. Okay, so this is the bucket that was created, right? S3J8V. So let's go back. See that this S3J8V. So that was the bucket that was just created. So that's just it, how to write a Terraform script to create different resources, using Terraform. And the beautiful thing is that I can just run Terraform destroy and it will automatically destroy the S3 buckets and also the EC2 instance. That's it. So you have to be careful when using Terraform destroy. So Terraform destroy to destroy those resources. So Terraform destroy and by hit enter, just so it will ask me, do I really want to do this? Then I'll say yes, go ahead and destroy. So it says, do you really want to destroy all resources? Yes. Then it's just going to destroy everything. So now if you go back, once it's done, if you go back to the S3 buckets, you see that it's no longer be there. Let me reload. See that it's no longer there. So let me go to the EC2 instance. This is really, really good. See that it's no longer there. It's no longer there. The new instance that was there previously is no longer there. So Terraform has destroyed it. So yeah, so that's it. Just about 27 lines, and then you can, create these resources. Right. Thank you.